Greetings everyone, my name is Nomdolf, and today we are going to be taking a look at another 2 perks which has been requested for quite some time. And finally I got around to actually covering this, cause I have been meaning to do so for a while. The first perk of those is Feather Steps. Removes the sound of your footsteps while walking. The second of those perks are Long Ears, which reads, enable you to hear enemy footsteps better. Now, I do know there are parts of the community who are well aware how these perks works and interact with one another. However, I still have people coming to me for answers, which I hope I can provide in this video. In this first video clip I'll show you guys, you'll be able to see about the maximum distance of which you can hear people without any perks going on. Now, I do realize you're only barely able to hear the footsteps in this video, and you might have to rewind it and really focus on listening to it in order to actually hear them. However, I wanted to find the maximum distance of where you are possibly able to hear these footsteps, and then compare them to while you're using the perk. In that clip while you were using the Long Ears perk, 19 meters was about the same volume of the footstep as 15-16 meters was without. However, when my friend moved a bit closer, you were actually able to hear the footsteps at 18 meters more clearly than you were at 15 meters without the perk. So it does give you some distance. Now, another thing I just quickly want to show you guys is my friend walking and running past me in a little room while I'm using the perk and while I'm not using the perk. So you guys can compare that as well.
Og så spurgte jeg tilbage. Sådan der.
As you may be able to tell, the difference isn't really breathtaking. Before I move along and show you guys a clip of the Feather Steps perk and how that works, keep in mind that so far you've been able to hear the enemy pretty clearly both while walking and while sprinting. As you may be able to tell, Feather Steps only hide the sound of you walking, not the sound of you running, which is also what the perk describes. Now, the question everyone is asking, how does the two of them interact with one another? And the answer I'm gonna give you guys is that the Long Ear perk basically cancels out the Feather Steps perk. In this next clip I'm going to show you guys, we will be doing the meter test again, however this time both perks will be activated. As you could tell from that video, the sound is basically the same as if only the Long Ear perk was in use. The other perk is totally cancelled out, that being the Feather Steps one. What I want you to take away from this video is that these 2 perks are basically best used in Search and Destroy, as it will play a larger role in a mode that isn't as chaotic as the other ones, where you really have to rely on all your senses and play it slow sometimes. I really do like how these 2 perks interact with one another, because basically Long Ear's perk is only strong because Feather Steps is strong. If the Long Ear perk didn't counter Feather Step, it would be pretty useless in my opinion. It really doesn't give you all that much of a benefit on its own. However, because you can do some sneaky shit if you're using Feather Steps and no one is using Long Ears on the enemy team, Long Ears becomes a strong perk thereof. I do believe you guys have gotten the point by now about how these perks works and how they can be used, so I will be signing off now. I do hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. But until then, take care.